Not every mystery stays buried. Some drift beneath the surface, waiting for the right current to bring them back. For 15 years, the town of Millford, Maine, believed a tragedy had been put to rest. A confession made, a killer locked away. But then the river spoke, and what it revealed changed everything. It was June 14, 2008. 24-year-old Emily Carter had spent the evening working at the Millford Art Gallery, a small space near the center of town, where she was known for her quiet smile and vivid oil paintings of the nearby river. She clocked out at 9:22 p.m., sent a final text to her mother, "Heading home now, love you." That text was delivered, but she never arrived. The next morning, a jogger found Emily's car parked just off the old iron bridge. The driver's door was open. The keys were still in the ignition. Her purse sat neatly on the passenger seat. And in the tall grass by the riverbank, a torn scarf, pale blue, caught in the reeds like it was reaching for help. Investigators combed the area for days. Dive teams scoured the current. No body, no footprints, no sign of a struggle. The town whispered theories, a runaway, an accident, maybe worse. But the police were patient, because they already had someone in mind. 6 days later, Tyler Briggs, Emily's boyfriend, walked into the sheriff's office. He looked hollow, eyes red from sleepless nights. He'd been with Emily that evening. They argued about her moving to Boston, about distance, about their future. Within hours, he confessed. He told detectives she slipped near the bridge, hit her head on a rock, and fell into the river. He panicked, left the scene, convinced no one would believe him. No body meant no proof, but the confession was enough. The prosecution painted him as jealous, controlling. The jury deliberated for only 3 hours. Verdict: guilty of manslaughter. Sentence: 25 years. The headlines read, "Justice for Emily Carter." The town sighed with relief. But not everyone was convinced. For 15 years, the Carter case faded into memory. The gallery closed. Emily's mother moved away. Tyler served his sentence quietly, earning a reputation as a model inmate. Reporters stopped asking questions. Files collected dust. But in Millford, the river remained. A dark vein cutting through the forest, deep, unpredictable, and patient. Locals say the current there never forgets. In the spring of 2023, Millford was hit by its worst flood in decades. The river swelled, swallowing the banks and tearing trees from their roots. Roads vanished, yards turned to lakes. And when the water finally receded, it left behind more than debris. On a quiet Sunday morning, a local fisherman named Dan Holloway was clearing branches near a bend in the river, less than 2 miles from the iron bridge. Something metallic glinted between 2 rocks. It was a lockbox, rusted, heavy, sealed with layers of electrical tape. Inside soaked photographs. Dozens of them. Faded, water-damaged, but still clear enough to recognize a face. Emily Carter. Smiling. Alive. And on the back of one photo, a date. June 16, 2008. 2 days after Tyler's supposed confession. The photos were turned over to police. Experts examined the negatives, the timestamps, the chemical aging, the exposure pattern. No signs of forgery, no digital manipulation. They were authentic. Emily had been alive after the night she was believed to have died. In one photo, she stood near a small diner, Mason's Cafe, on Route 7, smiling at the camera. Another showed her at a picnic table, holding a cup of coffee. But there was something else. In the reflection of a window behind her, the blurred image of a man's wrist and a distinctive silver watch. Investigators zoomed in, compared it against old case files. It was Tyler. It matched Detective Carl Henson, one of the officers assigned to Emily's case in 2008. Carl Henson had been with the Millford Police Department for nearly 30 years. A respected officer, a family man. He retired in 2010, moved to Bangor, and died in 2018. He was never questioned about the Carter case, but now his name was everywhere. Investigators reopened the file. They discovered something strange in the evidence logs: altered dates, rewritten entries. The scarf found near the bridge, logged 2 days later than reported. Emily's phone, missing from the property room entirely. And on the lockbox from the river, trace DNA. Partial match: Carl Henson. Had he planted evidence? Destroyed something? Protected someone? The department offered no answers. His family refused interviews. But one former officer, speaking off record, said this: Carl took something from that river the night they searched, said it was nothing important, but he never let anyone else see it. With new evidence surfacing, Tyler Briggs' conviction was overturned. After 15 years behind bars, he walked free. He didn't celebrate. He didn't speak to reporters. In his only interview, he said, "I confessed because I thought I killed her, but if she was alive after that night, then who was I protecting?" Investigators now believed Emily might have survived the fall, perhaps injured, disoriented, taken in by someone. But who? The diner in the photographs had burned down years earlier. Employees were gone. No records. And no trace of Emily was ever found. A retired crime analyst from the state's cold case unit reviewed the photographs and noticed something others missed. The same background billboard appeared in 2 different photos, an old campaign poster for a local sheriff's candidate. The poster was printed in July, not June, meaning the date on the back of the photo wasn't the day it was taken. It was the day it was developed, which placed Emily alive weeks after the supposed accident. Someone had been with her, someone who had access to darkroom. Records from the old Millford police photo lab showed that only 3 people had access keys in 2008. One of them, Carl Henson. The theory now was chilling. Henson may have found Emily alive, maybe even hidden her, and kept her under the pretense of protection. But something went wrong, and the photos were his way of preserving her memory or his guilt. In August 2023, state divers returned to the same stretch of river where the lockbox was discovered. For days, they combed the silt and current. Then, on the 4th day, sonar detected a large object buried beneath the mud, near a collapsed section of the old riverbank. It wasn't a body. It was a rusted metal container, roughly the size of a filing cabinet. Inside, more boxes. Dozens of them, each sealed, labeled only by year. And inside those, evidence from multiple missing persons cases spanning 2 decades. Many of them assigned to Detective Henson. Some believe Henson had been running an off-the-record storage archive, keeping evidence that didn't fit official narratives. Others believe it was a secret burial of the truths he didn't want the department to see. Today, the official record lists Emily Carter as missing, presumed deceased. The photographs remain in police custody. The boxes are sealed under federal review. And every spring, when the river floods again, locals gather at the Iron Bridge, laying blue scarves in the water. A quiet tribute to the girl who vanished, and the case that refused to stay solved. What really happened to Emily Carter? Did she survive that night only to fall victim to someone who claimed to protect her? Or did the river keep her secret all along, hiding the truth beneath its surface? In Millford, Maine, the current never forgets. It only waits for someone brave enough to listen. The truth didn't drown that night. It was buried, and the river finally gave it back. This is CaseCrypt Vault. We believe no story should fade into silence. Every unsolved case, every missing person, every unanswered question still carries a truth waiting to be found. Subscribe to CaseCrypt Vault and help us keep their stories alive.